Hello, welcome to this quick update for Europe. Let's just see what's happening. We have a level 2 of heavy rain and severe storms across Spain and the Mediterranean, the Balearic Islands, and touching like Northern Africa, a level 1. So there's some very heavy rain. There was a lot of flooding already yesterday and this morning across Spain. There was a lot of flooding, and there will still be more storms today that can cause more flooding. So level 2 is for eastern Spain, with the Balearic Islands for excessive rainfall, and level 2 and a level 1 surrounds the level 2 for similar hazards but lower probabilities. Coastal convection could also produce a few waterspouts or tornado events. So please be careful in those areas and stay safe. And just as a summary, there's this warm blocking anticyclone over northwestern Europe with the amplified downstream trough, including embedded stronger low amplitude impulses over Scandinavia, east and southeastern Europe to keep the overall thunderstorm risk rather low. But the main focus for convective activity remains along the southern periphery of the anticyclone over eastern Iberia, peninsula, far western Mediterranean, as zonally aligned upper trough interacts with a marine unstable air mass and results in an active day for thunderstorms in the area. So please be careful across Spain, those areas. And tomorrow, Sunday, there's still level 2, but further northeast into Catalonia and other areas still in the Balearic Islands. So let's see, there's also level 1 in the Middle East tomorrow, southern Turkey and Lebanon. So level 2 is for parts of northeastern Spain offshore, mainly for excessive rain. Level 1 surrounds the level 2 for similar hazards but lower probabilities. The level 1 is for the Eastern Mediterranean, mainly for isolated severe wind gusts and a few heavy rain or water spout events. So be careful in those areas Sunday, especially in eastern Spain there. So here there's the Arrow model, the high resolution model, shows like those storms across eastern Spain, especially along the Valencian community, southern Catalonia. So shows like in Valencia, more storms possible today, and along the Balearic Islands, some stronger ones. So this convection can easily cause flooding in many areas, especially because there was already flooding in Spain it's like 2 weeks ago. So the ground's still saturated. So please be careful with flash flooding and more hazards. And then tonight still shows a storm or two in a few areas into tomorrow morning. Further into northeastern Spain shows like tomorrow morning still along like the April Delta and other areas. Still like tomorrow afternoon still shows a few ones across like northern Valencia community and the Balearic Islands. So stay safe in those areas. Please be careful. Let's just say this again. Hola, ¿qué tal? Entonces, esta dana que se llama Alice, que trae estas lluvias y tormentas fuertes a zonas de la Comunidad Valenciana, en las Islas Baleares y sur de Cataluña. Hoy sábado, día 11, muestra más tormentas en Valencia, en la Delta del Ebro y las Islas Baleares. Entonces, muchas precauciones porque ya hubo muchas inundaciones ayer y esta mañana. Entonces, muchas precauciones con estas lluvias fuertes. Mañana hay un riesgo de lluvia fuerte en Cataluña, principalmente cerca del litoral y otras zonas en el Ebro. Entonces, muchas precauciones. Mañana por la tarde, quizás aún en las Islas Baleares y en el Ebro. Entonces, muchas precauciones y avisar más gente de esta lluvia. Y solo en las próximas 48 horas, este modelo de resolución alta muestra casi 300 milímetros en algunas zonas. El blanco es 100 milímetros y el negro es 200. El amarillo, que se puede ver un poco, es casi 400 o más. Entonces, aún puede cambiar esto bastante, pero solo en las próximas 48 horas hay un riesgo de más de 300 milímetros en estas zonas así de la Comunidad Valenciana y el Ebro en las Islas Baleares, más de 100. Entonces, muchas precauciones en estas zonas y avisar más gente, muchas precauciones. E, e este es un mapa de las nubes así. Miramos un modelo diferente, como el icon muestra así estas lluvias hoy en la Comunidad Valenciana, que aún pueden ser bastante fuertes, y mañana en el mar y en Cataluña, sí. Quizás aún muestra lunes alguna cosa así en el mar. Entonces, muchas precauciones. Y si está cerca de alguna inundación, tomar muchas precauciones, no conducir en inundaciones y estar en un lugar más seguro, así, porque es muy peligroso. Precauciones. So you all heard that, and stay safe across parts of southern and eastern Spain, especially with those rainfall totals that might reach more than 100 millimeters the next 24 to 48 hours across eastern Spain. The Aron model is even to like 300 to 500 millimeters, but the European is only about 90 to 100 in a few areas. So be careful. The icon is a lot, but further out to sea as well. So stay safe in these storms. Please be careful those areas now. For the rest of Europe, next 5 days does show some more storms in the Mediterranean, scraping northern Africa into spots of southern Italy, spots of Sardinia, a few storms as well as across the Black Sea and spots of Syria into Turkey. So stay safe in those areas. And it does show a big low pressure across northwestern Russia with rain there in the Baltics. Should have rain as well. Shows more rain across Norway, a few spots in Iceland, so be careful. Let's see in terms of snow. Snow shows like across Norway and Sweden, even 57 centimeters, northern Finland, Russia, and does show like some popcorn snow because it shows little dots of snow in many areas across Russia. So be aware in a few areas in Belarus, a thing or two, and the GFS does show a little bit more across Western Russia, especially further east there. So be aware. It shows in Turkey, in Eastern Turkey, and the Caucasus some snow. The European as well, especially like most of the Caucasus spots in Turkey and Armenia, shows a tiny bit in the Balkans, but like very little. So be aware those areas and stay safe, especially the storms there in the Mediterranean and more areas because Monday and Tuesday still shows a few storms possible near Spain and later in the rest of the southern Mediterranean. So stay safe. Next week still showing some storms to watch across Eastern Mediterranean. So stay safe. There's this big high pressure system across the UK now with some drier weather. And there's this low pressure system, the Atlantic. It was tropical storm Cat, and it lasted like just one day. It was actually subtropical storm Cat, but now it's already post extra tropical. So, and it's there in the Atlantic, and it might become an extra tropical cyclone just spinning there, but it won't do much. Just be careful some fronts there in the Azores, like potentially into Tuesday and other days, a few scared storms there. So be aware those areas and still watching. So shows like uh, those temperatures still shows today slightly warmer across southernmost Spain, southern France still shows some low 20s degrees Celsius, spots in Italy. So during the night it does drop down, especially across central Russia, western Russia, in the single digits, and shows Norway in the mountains and active temperatures into northern Sweden, Finland, close to like 10 degrees, and shows it there in the Caucasus into the Alps as well. Some negative temperatures. This goes during the day warm sun, but still some relatively cold nights across Turkey, into Eastern Turkey, the Caucasus, and there in Russia, spots in the Balkans as well, and in there into the Alps. Tuesday, and then industrial by the 14th, Portugal still closer to 29 degrees, a few areas warmer. Then Tuesday, Wednesday next week does show potentially slightly colder than in the Alps and into Eastern Europe. Wednesday, Thursday, and in Norway and Sweden, that does show like colder there as well, especially during the night. In Iceland too. In the Mediterranean, so like 15, 18 degrees during the day, and does show like during the night and morning, 14, 12. Some areas show like 12, 11 degrees, and really depends where you're at, but be aware. And let's see. So mainly there's some hail chances across the West Mediterranean as well, and Sunday still some lightning and hail probabilities there. So stay safe.